To one of our top stories we are following at this hour. At least 4 people are dead after their cars were swept away in high water on the northeast side. We have learned one of the people killed is a 77-year-old woman. This all happening in the area of Briar Glen near Austin Highway in Perrin Vital. KENS 5's Rania Kaur has been following this story all morning long for several hours. And Rania, what can you share now?
Sarah, this situation has gotten more tragic and more dire as the morning went on. These calls came for the water rescue around 5:30 this morning. 13 vehicles were swept down from the access road here to the Briar Glen trailhead. We know now that at least four people have been killed, 2 men and 2 women. 10 people were rescued by the San Antonio Fire Department. 4 of them were taken to the hospital. Now 2 other people were able to rescue themselves and were able to leave the scene. Now, San Antonio Fire Department says of the people they rescued, many of them had climbed onto trees, onto high ground to escape the rising water here at the Briar Glen trailhead. Now, Chief McManis this morning had a warning for drivers, not just today, but every day we have rains like this.
You know, I mentioned earlier, these low water crossings, the depth of the water and the speed at which it's traveling are very, very hard to gauge. And if you venture into it when the water's deep and the water's moving real fast, you're taking your life into your own hands. And I mentioned earlier also that little saying, "Turn around, don't drown," is one that we should really heed when we've got waters rushing.
Now, Chief McManis is asking anybody who was rescued or had left Briar Glen trailhead this morning to contact 210-207-7385. That's the number for the traffic investigators. They just want to make sure everybody is accounted for. Once again, that number is 210-207-7385. Now, many families came by here and were able to actually recognize their cars once the water receded. We spoke to one woman. She still hasn't heard from her husband. He was swept away this morning on his way to work. She's still looking for him. She did, however, recognize their car. San Antonio Fire Department still searching for 2 people who are still unaccounted for. We're going to continue to follow in this investigation. Right now, I know that San Antonio Fire is currently in the water looking at one of the cars. Again, we'll continue to keep you updated. Reporting live, I'm Rania Kaur, KENS 5, but those 13